Hello, my love. I'm Jobelle, and I work with women to access their inner power, fire, and aliveness so they can create the most beautiful lives. And this week, I wanted to talk about something that is a practice of mine personally, is something that I do with all of my clients, whether they're in group with me or they're in one-to-one. And it is something that you can take away today and do by yourself. And it is so powerful for changing your mood, boosting your self-esteem, and really enhancing your level of self-trust. What is it? Self-celebration. So for me, and for a lot of the women I work with, we know that our inner critic can be on fire. It's like, it's never enough. It's never enough. It's never enough. And your inner critic is going to be telling you all sorts of things. So the practice of self-celebration is really, really important for us to actually start to negate that narrative because our brains love facts. And so your inner critic, when you see somebody giving you a strange look or not commenting on your performance or in a meeting or, you know, doing something without considering you, your inner critic is going to make up a story and it's going to label it, right? Because it's going to be like, your boss hates you, nobody cares about you, whatever the other things are that your inner critic is going to say, it's going to take that from what it thinks is factual. But it's not facts. It's just things that have happened around you. So what we want to do with our beautiful brains is to really actually bring them into reality and to reinforce and to anchor in that we're actually doing better than maybe we think we are. This is also going to have a profound effect on our nervous system because our nervous system runs through our whole body and it is always bracing, always holding, always going into an activation state when it thinks there is a threat. So if we can relax our nervous system by letting it know, hey, I've done this thing and now I get to celebrate it, it starts to make a new normal, a new level of baseline for us to feel happy and good about who we are. So sounds really good, right? And it is super simple. So what I mean by self-celebration is celebrating intentionally anything that is a win for you. So with my clients, this is things like coming out of a pattern they've been in, finally taking action on that project they've been thinking about. Maybe it's having a conversation with a friend when it had really, really scared them to speak their truth. Each and every time we want to be celebrating that. We really want to be celebrating the things, the actions that they are taking that are in alignment for them and are moving them forward in their life. Now, all of those things could be taken as a threat if we didn't celebrate them. So we need to let our subconscious know that these are good things. Now, self-celebration can be literally writing down your wins, reading them aloud, sending them to a friend. That is a really beautiful thing to do. It's a personal practice of mine that I do with a friend of mine every Friday. So you could do something like that. You could take that on as a practice. It could also be just speaking them out whenever they happen, right? And maybe putting a song on and dancing. So if you've had that conversation that felt very big and scary for you, maybe you stop. If you've had that conversation that felt very big and scary for you, maybe you stop when you get home or you put the phone down or whatever, and you smile and you say, oh my goodness, I'm celebrating myself so much. Or you put a song on and you dance to it and you're like, yes, I am in my power. Now, this is culturally counterintuitive. So this is a part of you that wants to cringe or is like, oh, Joe, this is way over the top. Just notice that part come up. That part is in resistance because we are changing our programming. And again, you're wired for threat and you're going to do everything you can possible to protect yourself, right? That's just how we are as human beings. So I really want you to know that it is safe to do this. It's safe to celebrate yourself. It's safe to honor your achievements. It's safe to share your achievements. Now, when we are, first of all, touch on the idea of achievements. Anything that is a win for you is a win. So it doesn't need to seem big and exciting to somebody else. It does not need to be that I've quit the job moment. This can, again, be something as simple as having a conversation. But if it's a win for you, it is a win. And when we're sharing it with somebody else, we're just sharing as a way for us to be heard. We are not sharing for validation. We are not looking for anything back from them. Okay, that may happen, but do not be attached to it because we do not want to outsource this to anybody else. Okay, we don't want to outsource this to anybody else. But if you can imagine, you do this once a week, right? You do this once a week and you really think about, okay, what have I achieved this week? And an achievement maybe isn't the right word, but just what is a win for me? What am I celebrating? Maybe I just kept my kids alive, or maybe I had a really beautiful half hour on the beach with my dog when I wasn't anxious about the thing I've been anxious about the whole time, or maybe it's something else completely different. But what is a win for you this week? What are you celebrating? What have you achieved? And anytime that inner critic voice comes in, just say, not now, not now, not now. I'm just going to be in my wins, in my celebration of who it is I am and what it is I'm doing. Okay. It is such a beautiful thing to get in the practice of, to be in the kind of energy of, right? And the thing is, you're also going to be a lot more open to celebrating other people when you do this as a practice, when you really do it as a practice, because it could be triggering if you had a parent that never celebrated you. You had, or they only celebrated you for certain things that you didn't even care about, right? So just be aware of that. But it's a super simple practice that we don't want to overcomplicate. We just want to keep it super clean. Like, these are my wins. This is what I'm celebrating. Doing this every week of your life. Can you imagine the energy and the momentum that you're going to get? You're going to build self-trust. You're going to be building confidence in yourself. You're going to be knowing that things are possible for you. Also, if you've had something on your list for a long time, you're going to start to notice, oh, hey, I actually want to do this because then I can celebrate it. So it's almost like you're giving yourself an incentive. And you deserve to be celebrated. You deserve to be noticed. You deserve to be honored. But the person that you want to do that first is you, right? Your relationship with yourself is so sacred, because when you really have your own back and you really believe in yourself and you're really going to go the extra mile for yourself and for your life, then everything shifts and changes. So give this a go. I'd love to know what lands. I'd love to know what you're celebrating this week. I always post my episodes on a Friday. So this Friday, pop in or contact me on Instagram and let me know, what are your wins for this week? What has felt really good for you? What are you just smiling from ear to ear about? Or what are you like, yes, I did that. That's so cool. That's what I would love to know. And I'm sending you so much love. I'll see you soon.